Hello students, as you are aware that IMA is going to revise its exam structure. They are giving way to CMA essay section and they have now brought in new case-based questions. So this orientation is specifically addressing this particular area of your exam. So let us see what is covered in today's orientation: a guide to CMA case-based questions, replacing essays on the CMA exam, what you need to know. First and foremost, it's a good news because the new case-based questions, they are much easier to tackle and manage than the traditional essay type questions. And you will know shortly why I'm saying this. So first of all, there is definitely going to be a replacement of the essay portion with a new case-based questions from 1st of May 2026. And then they are giving you option from 1st of May 2026 for May-June exam. But from 1st of September, essay type is going away completely. So it means that in 1st May till 30th June, you have the option to select CBQs or the essays. But after that, going forward, there are just CBQs. We'll discuss it as we proceed. So the focus of CBQs more on real world application of knowledge. I will show you why is it so. So the story is that instead of getting 2 essays, now you're going to get 2 CBQ exams, right? So it's a complete replacement, 1 for 1. So what is the objective? What's the goal? The objective of IMA is to align with the universal testing standard, because these type of testing is conducted in CPA and in ACCA exams. So they have brought your exam in line with ACCA and CPA. So that is giving you more, practical knowledge of real world problems. It would definitely improve accessibility, because those of us who are not from English speaking world, non-native English speakers, so you don't have to be worried about now your writing skills. There is no written exam in CMA anymore. And another advantage is that now you have to wait for 42 days before your results are announced. But since now it's going to be a computer graded system for both MCQs and the CBQs, so it will enable faster grading. So you will get your results way earlier than currently what you're getting. Your syllabus stays the same, content stays the same as it was revised on 1st of September 2024. So nothing is changing as far as your current window that is going on, Jan-Feb 2026, no change. Right now, essays only. But from 1st of May 2026, you would have option to choose. Either you can go for essays, or you may request CBQs. For this, you need to request IMA by 31st of March. And from September, October 2026 and beyond, CBQ only. Essays will be finished. Essays retired from English exams in most regions. There are certain areas, China and Japan, where they will continue to carry on with MCQs and the existing essay structure. So you would have up to 31st of March to request a switch from current essays to CBQs, but from 1st of September, it will be CBQs and CBQs only. What are case-based questions? I will show you shortly. Each CBQ would have a 250 words case study or scenario. This would include some relevant exhibits, some financial, some charts, some data, and then you would be asked a set of questions based upon the case. Let me show you. This is your case study or scenario where you're given certain financials, certain text. There will be 2 CBQs in total per exam part, just like you have 2 essays right now. And these CBQs will have a mixture of question types. I will show in the next slide. So these type of questions, they will test your application of knowledge in realistic business context. So that's why this exam is now more practical. So what kind of questions do you expect? Drag and drop. That would involve match items, order steps, sequences. Some items may be unused. Let me show you what kind of question this is. ACS is required to use US GAAP revenue recognition principle to recognize revenue. Use your mouse to drag and drop the following steps into the correct order. So these are the 5 steps which are jumbled. We have to put them in the right sequence. What is the first step? We know the first step is to identify the contract with the customer. So this is the first step. Now you will use your mouse and simply drag it and put it here. Once you select and drag this option to here, this would be gone. It will be erased from here. Then we know the second step is identify contractual performance, what we are supposed to do. So this is the step 2. We'll simply drag it and put it here, and then it will go away. Third step, we know, determine the amount of consideration or price for the transaction. This is your third step. It's gone. It will come here. Fourth one is allocate the amount of consideration or price to the contractual obligation. That's your step 4. It's gone and it is dragged and dropped here. And of course, fifth one is this. So do we get any partial credit? Yes, if out of these 5 steps, if you have put maybe 3 correctly, you will still get some partial credit. So this is the first type of question, drag and drop. Second would be fill in the blank. Select from drop down to complete sentences like these. At the end of the year, HCS uses a flexible budget to calculate the sales variance. Complete the following sentences by choosing from the list of options. The total sales variance for the year 1 for year equals 1, and you need to select once you press a button here, it will drop down a menu and you need to select the one which is correct. Of course, for this you need to see the as a scenario. You would have your scratch paper on which you will do your computations, and of course once you have the computations, it will simply just be matching of your response with the given options in the drop down menu or in the drop down list. Like I've calculated the total sales variance, sales revenue variance for the year is equal to $120,000 as per my scratch paper. So here we go. I will click on this drop down menu and I will select 120. Once I do, this 120 will appear here. Then second, and the variance is either favorable or adverse. Since my computation will support my selection, so it's a favorable variance, I will click on the pull down menu and I will click on favorable. Once I do, it will appear here. And same I will do for the next question, the sales volume variance. As per my calculation, it's 75. So I will select 75 here. 75 will appear here. And the variance is either favorable or adverse. If it is favorable, I will click favorable. If it's unfavorable, which it is, then I will select unfavorable. It will appear. And you will do the same for 5 and 6. So this is the second type of question. Third type of question is select from a list. You would be given a list of options and you need to select a few of them, not all, which meet the question's criteria. Let me show you. How could a monthly cash budget benefit HCS? Select 2 answers and you will only be able to select 2, not more than 2. So this question would be designed in a way that you cannot select more than 2. So let's see. A says as variable costs are incurred unevenly throughout the year, HCS needs to forecast its inflows and outflows to manage its cash balance. This is an absolutely right option. You must click that. B, as HCS has both price and quantity variance, it needs to determine the break-even to manage its cash balance. We are going to reject this option because price and quantity variance, they are part of standard costing and our variance analysis, so they do not directly affect the cash management or the cash balances. HCS will need monthly cash budget to prepare adjusting journal entries. Again, this is not right. You don't need the cash budget to prepare your adjusting journal entries. Totally ridiculous option. Knowing its cash needs, HCS can optimize its short-term borrowings and investment. This is absolutely right. We must select D also. So option A and option D, they needs to be selected. Both of these are correct. And you will see why E and F are not right. So this is the third type of question you would see on the CBQ. Fourth type would be calculation. And you just need to put the number without any dollar sign, without comma or period, just pure number 12745 without commas or dollar sign. Just you need to put it. So enter numerical answer in a question like this. The fixed costs are recorded on straight line basis. The variable cost pattern is representative of the delivery of services. What amount of operating income should HCS record in Q2? Type your answer in the box, numbers only, mind it. So we have our scratch paper, we have the case scenario, we will see what is specifically needed. Accordingly, we'll do our computations. And the number that we are getting is $90,000. So we will just type it in without dollar sign, without comma. This, and this. That's all. These are the 4 types of questions, and the best thing, the most beautiful thing, no written responses required. So why the change from essays? First and foremost, they want to bring in line the exam that reflects real world management accounting skills, not the writing skills, right? And secondly, it would reduce barriers for non-native English speakers, those who do not have good written abilities, writing skills, or their grammar issues. So this is best for them. Faster, more objective grading, no need for expert review because it will be system graded, and it aligns with modern testing best practices. Rather than testing your writing ability and writing skills, it tests your understanding of the material. So what is not changing? Your syllabus stays the same, topic stays the same, content specifications stay the same, your learning outcome statements stay the same. So there is no change as far as your syllabus is concerned. Exam is still a 4 hours exam, 100 multiple choice questions, right, which you need to attempt first, right? And then, as per the current practice, you need to score more than 50% on your MCQs to access your CBQ section, which is now essay type. And the time of the exam is 4 hours. Exam fee still stays the same. Your exam still a 2-part exam. First one is financial planning, performance and control, and second one is the strategic financial management. So that is not changing. Impact on your study plan. Current candidates continue studying. Take your exam in Jan, Feb or May, June if preferred within the current system of essay type. New candidates, you should start now. Topics are the same. Now you need to prepare accordingly. You don't need to memorize stuff. You don't need to go on more, mugging up your head with the things you don't fully understand. Now you need to focus more on understanding concepts, right? Underlying dynamics behind certain phenomena. So memorization, too much reading is not required. Understanding is the core now. That's what it says here. No need to delay preparation waiting for CBQs. Focus on understanding concepts for application in cases. That's the great change. How to prepare CBQs? I just told you. Focus more on understanding concepts. Practice with realistic case studies and mixed question types. Use updated prep courses, whichever you're using. And familiarize yourself with the interactive formats. Drag, drop, drop-downs, calculations, selection of multiple options. Review exhibits quickly, being able to understand what is given, financial statements, charts, tables, numerics, whatever is given, being able to understand it quickly. Build speed and accuracy in application-based questions. And just before the exam, take mock exams to simulate the format so that you are ready for the actual exam. Some facts. Can I still take essays? Yes, you can. If you are writing your exam in Jan, Feb 2026, yes, you will have to write essay exam. But in May, June 2026, you will have option to select CBQs or the essay exam. When do CBQ start fully? They are optional in May, June attempt, but from September, October 2026, they are compulsory. Are CBQs harder than essays? Not at all. Not at all. This is my conclusion. Format is different. Focus is on application and understanding. So I believe now your CMA exam has become easier. Is exam length impacted? No. It's still 4 hours. Do we get partial credit? Yes. If you have done some calculations correctly, selected some part of the answers correctly, the pull down menu and matching list, you will still get some partial credit. Finally, some key takeaways and next steps for your preparation. Essays are now leaving, CBQs are coming. So this is a major shift starting from 1st of May 2026. Transition is available. May, June, you have the option. From September, October, CBQs are compulsory. So right now, if you're preparing, prepare early. Same topics, same interactive question style, same duration. It's just that essays are leaving, CBQ is coming. So use some quality prep resource. I would recommend focus more on whatever you're using, Becker, Glimehawk, focus more on understanding and concepts. That is the essential part now. No memorization is required as such. And stay updated via IMA website for any updates. And all the very best to you. My prayers are always with you. Good luck with your endeavors.